Hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel and whatnot. It's hi, I'm Rock and whatnot. I'm here with Bestie. I'm here with the goat, the fox.
No, not a fox. I'm a dog.
Oh my god, I was gonna guess that like now. I was like fox or canine. I was gonna guess canine and whatnot. But yes, I'm here with the goat who is a dog. Wait, what's your
Jeff.
Oh yeah, Jeff is your soda name too.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm with Jeff. His name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for saying yes and whatnot. I'll get right to it and whatnot. I wanted to interview you because you like it was people like you and Fluffs and AJ Cure that mainly got me in like on a personal level into like everything furry and whatnot. Like because of like the three of because the three of my friendships with the three of you and whatnot
Yeah.
was very like it like was very important to like I guess my shaping of getting into like everything furry pretty much. So you converted a brother pretty much and whatnot.
You're welcome.
Okay. Okay. How's Furrydelphia been for you? Can you tell me the good, the bad, the ugly?
Furrydelphia has been pretty nice. I come here every year. This is like Furrydelphia was my first con in 2021, and I've come here ever since. So this would be my sixth Furrydelphia.
Woo!
The good about Furrydelphia is like all my local friends are here, so we just hang out and chill. But honestly, the kind of bad of it is when you kind of compare it to other conventions in a way. Like this is I'm coming into Philadelphia following last month's ANTHROCON, and going from such a large city-based con like ANTHROCON into this smaller, more hotel-based convention like Philadelphia. It's kind of like a bit of a drop-off, but it has its pros and cons. But overall, it's still a good experience, especially because this is a smaller local con, kind of compact, kind of everyone mingling together, real nice in here. So overall, it's a good time.
I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. I very much feel that. And now I'm going to fix the damn Kamehameha. That's how much I feel that. Okay, bet. Actually, yeah. Okay, bet. What was I gonna say? That's good. I feel like every time we talk anything furry wise, I know I know to expect that you are gonna speak very like positively and whatnot. So I can always appreciate that about you. I was gonna say, speaking of conventions, have I know that you're saying like, oh yeah, to go from Anthrocon to then go to Furrydelphia is kind of a drop off because that's just so like grand and giant, and this is more like small and contained. Do you happen to, based on all of your con experience, do you have in mind one convention like experience that you would say was the worst comparatively to the others? Like,
I
yeah.
honestly don't really have a worst convention compared to all others. If anything, any problems I have with conventions are problems I have because of like maybe personal drama and such, and not necessarily with the convention itself. So otherwise, like the conventions are perfectly fine. Every convention I pretty much love, and a lot of these conventions are kind of like, what kind of vibe do you want from the convention? Like, are you kind of more of a party goer? Are you kind of more of a guy that hangs out with your friends more instead of trying to meet new strangers and such? But overall, conventions are very good. I don't really have very much problem with any conventions.
That's good. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's good to hear and whatnot. As you know, yeah, yesterday was me, my first day and whatnot, and Canada, my homegirl Canada came with me and whatnot. We literally like grew up together and everything. I was surprised when she said that she was gonna come with me to the convention. 'Cause I was going into this, I was expecting like, I was gonna come and whatnot, and I was gonna come see you. I was gonna see my friend Krylo whatnot. I was gonna go and see my newer friends Zoloff and Shasta. It was a nice belch.
Uh-huh.
I was going to see, like, I was expecting to see everyone and whatnot. So when she said she was going to come with, I was very happy because I was like, oh, good. I'll have somebody that I know is like right there with me to like experience all of this like on their own, like newly like fresh and everything and whatnot. Um, no, I do agree with you. Like, it's been great. I definitely see the whole I definitely see how it's very much a make your own adventure, pick your own adventure kind of situation. That there has been like so much to do so it's up to you to like set what you want to do pretty much. I remember going into everything, like going into Philadelphia, I remember previously being like, oh well, I want to make sure to film. I want to really make sure to get people I can film with and whatnot, and make some good acquaintances and whatnot. Maybe even make some friends and the third. And I remember yesterday, honestly, yesterday was an interesting day. I just think that like I had like first day jitters and like first day like nervousness and whatnot. And again, it was the first day, so I was like I was in my head about like, oh, is this how this is gonna be, or is this that and the third? When I speak on that, I specifically mean like there was I felt like yesterday was so fast paced in the sense that it was like I could see you for a quick moment, but then you're off to the next thing and whatnot. I could finally catch up with my one friend and whatnot, but then they're off to the next thing, and I'm trying to like, oh, I'm trying to get all these pieces together. Be like, oh wait, no, I want you to meet this person. And like, wait, no, how about like we go do this thing and whatnot? And it's like everything was just so fast, and people were so. I'll say yesterday, like there was so many moments of people being quick to just like disperse and dip and whatnot. And I definitely would have valued more like, oh no, like let's hang out, like let's like let's sit down for 10 minutes before heading off to like whatever like thing was the vibe and whatnot. And I definitely see the whole like some people were very much like trying to party thing like you were talking about and whatnot. I definitely see that because when it came time to the parties, we had went to what's it called? We ended up like me and two of my friends. We ended up at like a leather or a rubber party or something and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I didn't dislike it because it was a rubber party. I just think I realized I was like I don't think I'm really like trying to party right now. Like I was like I kind of want to go back outside, like back into the hallway, get some air, chilando, this that and the third. So I did, and the three of them they were having a time. So I was like, honestly, I might just dip from them because they're having a time, and I don't want to like murk that. And I might just like I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do. I think I texted you literally being like, yeah, I think honestly I might go home. Like something's just like I just wasn't feeling it yesterday when I felt like just there was so many moving parts. It was hard, especially once like I dropped Canada off and I came back and I was like I felt like I was like getting in my head a lot, and I felt like I was in my head a lot, just being like, oh well, I want to hang out with so and so and so and so and so and so and whatnot, but like I don't want to like be like begging, or I don't want to like be like forcing myself into like I don't want to force myself into a box that wasn't like I don't know, just stuff like that. I feel like that's just like a personal thing like with me. I don't like to like beg or feel like I'm begging for anything. I'm very much like yeah, if I have to ask for something, I kind of don't want it anymore. Like that's like so me. I'm very much like if it's not being offered, I'm not gonna beg because I never give a beggar and whatnot. But I remember yesterday you literally kept telling me when I'd like to come through and whatnot, and I literally blundered so much yesterday with that. Like I really should have just came and hung with you and whatnot because I didn't do any filming yesterday and whatnot. Like I got to meet like a couple cool people and whatnot. Like I met this Doodle Bob furry. I met Jade, who you just met. Almost spilled the lollipop. That's getting moved. Um, I met some really cool people and whatnot. I got to like finally meet in person some internet friends or internet acquaintances and whatnot. And it was just I don't know. Sometimes it's like I don't know. Sometimes you love. I don't know. Sometimes like it translates, and I guess other times it doesn't. Like sometimes you meet your internet friend. I don't know if you ever had that experience, but sometimes you meet your internet friend, and it's like, huh, damn. I thought we would have more like of a like banter, more of like a already established like I guess quote unquote like cohesive vibe. But then again, it's like everybody. These are strangers. Like these are like that's I come out. I'm like these are strangers. I gotta remember these are strangers. I gotta keep the expectations very like low and appropriate to say and whatnot. I don't know if you've had any experiences meeting an online friend and it not like gaving. Like have you ever had that? I couldn't see you having that. You seem like you meet people and you seem like you seem like you gravitate towards people. So yeah.
Con like this is much more local, so
Mm-hmm.
I know them kind of from my area anyway. Kind of just going to the same place just to be furries and
Mm-hmm.
de-stress from the world. But when we go to like more far out cons, like let's say Anthro New England in Boston, ANTHROCON and
Woo!
even further confusion in California.
Woo!
Meeting all the online friends
It's
that I
cross
have,
country.
yeah, all across the country. It's a lot of time. It's just like since it's been a while and this is like a once in a while trip. We kind of do build up that relationship online more, so that we kind of do have more to talk about, more stuff to do when we're in real life and actually interacting with each other. But there's always some times where there's kind of just nothing to do, or nothing to talk about. But I kind of just like have the kind of mindset to just go with the flow, kind of go where things are going rather than force things to happen. Because really, at the end of the day, online friends are just as legitimate as a real life friend. You've been talking for so long on Discord, on Telegram, wherever, and you've gotten to know these people for so long. And sometimes, really, just your presence with them, their presence with you, is kind of enough already to lighten the mood and show that you truly are friends because you've taken the time to out of your day to actually meet with these people in real life rather than just stick with the simple online on your phone nonsense. Not nonsense, but you know.
No, I feel that. That's like very, very well put. I very much, I very, very much feel that. That's very, very well put and everything and whatnot. What was I gonna say? Yeah, that's so. Yeah, that's honestly so well put. I very much feel that and whatnot. Okay, what was I gonna say then? Pretty much. Do you have? I know we've talked extensively about like Furrydelphia and conventions and furry everything and whatnot. Do you like have any like immediate advice that you go to give new like furs or first time like convention goers and whatnot? Like so people can like have like healthy expectations or just know how to like interact with other furries. Like like what like advice do you pretty much have?
My advice is kind of just make sure you have a plan, but make sure that those plans are not always too big or set in stone, because these conventions are always like very spontaneous, and a lot of things kind of happen that kind of don't go with your plans. It's always good to have that kind of foundation. Good to have that foundation, and then uh, go see where things go from there, rather than completely sticking with what you need to stick to. Uh, you always bump into those friends that you don't expect to bump into, or things come up, people cancel, and things like that. So you want to be prepared to do things, but also be prepared to do other things.
Mm. Okay, I was gonna ask you specifically then since we're on this like a conversation of like expectations and whatnot, healthiness and how to like go about a con where you don't make gargantuous plans that like you might not achieve as feasible as like others and whatnot. How how do you manage then getting with like let's say all or as many of your friends as possible at a convention and whatnot, and how do you like what's the reality of you trying to let's say hang out with your friends you that are here that are here that let's say you didn't like arrive to the convention with, like how like you came with your like your Airbnb mates and whatnot, but me and you didn't come together, and let's say like you're trying to make sure that like you hang out with me at some point and whatnot, like and then multiply that by 30. I don't know how many like friends you would like, expect to see at your at the con, but multiply that by however many and whatnot. And then could you like speak on that, like how you're like, oh, this is how I do things to try to see everybody, or maybe it's not always super possible, but yeah, what's the wave with that?
I kind of go about it in kind of, I don't know, a little bit selfless, but also a little bit selfish in a way. Selfless in the sense that I don't want to completely take up all of my friends' times and completely monopolize their times. I understand that they have other friends and they want to do other things that I don't want to do.
Mhm.
So I don't monopolize their time. I don't force them to hang out with me 24/7. I don't force them to do the things that I want to do, and I don't expect them to just hang out with me all the time. But I'm also a little selfish in a way in that I'm also kind of that person that will be like, okay, I have other friend will be like, hey, let's do this thing, and I'll be like, I kind of don't want to do that thing. I want to do this other thing, with my other friends. So it's a little selfless in a way that you expect other people not to do things that you want to do, but also a little selfish in that you also kind of carry those expectations yourself with you. Like I want to do my own things as well, and don't have to do things with everyone in particular. So a little both selfish and selfless in a way.
I feel that. I feel that. Okay, Jeff, I feel that. I feel that. I was going to ask. Oh, are you able to tell me how much your suit cost? Did you?
I am very lucky in the sense that I asked my friend to make this suit
Woo!
because
Everybody's a maker. Everybody's so
yeah,
creative.
I saw that they were making suits, and I kind of liked their art style and such. I'm like, hey, can you give me, can you please make my suit? And they're like, okay, sure, I'll give you a friend discount. So far have the head and the paws. I'm also expecting a tail soon. This would all be around only $500. So very low on the low end compared to anything else that you receive in this manner.
Yeah, I was hearing 8,000 from some people. I was like, baby, buy a car. Like, just go ahead and buy the car. Go ahead, buy that car, baby. Go ahead, buy that car, babe. 8,000. Yeah, go ahead, buy that car, babe. Like, go put that down payment down on the car, babe. Like, you got that, babe.